Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Adam or EposVox, and it feels so good to be back in front of the camera at long last with a hopefully relatively normal voice. You see, I announced that we were moving, then moving got delayed by a few days, and then we moved, and then that took an entire month to actually complete the moving process, because on top of moving 3 times as much stuff as I had to move the first time I moved into an apartment, we also built a new desk, an entire new desk and computer setup, which, while technically did not slow down the move, it slowed down how quickly I could get back to work. And then I had to build out my whole new studio here, and we had to get some new furniture. It was a disaster. Then we had 1,000,001 problems with the apartment itself in terms of like leaks and problems that needed fixed and just a lot of weird stuff. Then we moved, I got my studio built and ready to rock, and I got sick. I was sick for like the entire past week. I'm still recovering from it just a little bit. Still recovering, still trying to get a little bit better. But for the most part, I'm finally back up to speed. So it's time to hopefully catch up and get rolling. We've got a new studio, a new space. We've got some new gear. I'm shooting on my Panasonic G7 with my 12mm f2.8 amazing, or f2.2. I'm probably shooting at 2.8 to 3. Amazing lens, looks super sharp in the tests I've shot. Hopefully I've actually got focus right here, so it looks super sharp here as well. And it's super wide, so you get to see the entire background of my studio. Not bad. I'll have a whole studio tour coming as soon as possible. But this is time for a channel update. I am back. I am in full force. I am super behind on reviews. I've had so many companies being like, yo, where them reviews at? And I do apologize. I'm actually using a review product right now as my monitor. It is the Lenovo Yoga Book. And yes, I'm using it as my studio monitor because I don't actually have a good big studio monitor that I can actually see focus on for focusing on myself. And the Panasonic G7 has a Wi-Fi app that works with the Yoga Book, and I'm looking at me right now and it looks pretty dang good. So what are my plans for 2017? It's almost Christmas, so Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, whatever you may or may not celebrate. Happy time off of work and or school and or whatever, or just time with your family. I'm pretty stoked. It's been a fairly stressful time. But we finally have presents under the tree. It looks kind of nice. We finally have a real size tree, and it's going to be fun just spending some time with family for the next few days, even if we're running back and forth between like houses and things like that. 2017 is almost upon us. 2016 has been a big year. We've grown from about 20-ish to 30-ish thousand subscribers all the way up to we're about to hit 50,000 subscribers. We're not quite there yet. We're like 50 off. 50 off of 50. I've got the channel up in the background. Yeah, we are at 49,953, so 47 away from it, so we're going to hit it within the next couple days. I am super stoked. I am super grateful. Thank you so much. That was the best Christmas gift I could have gotten from the internet outside of like lots of equipment or something. I wasn't entirely sure if we would hit it this year, and we did hit it, and I am super stoked. Next year, I am 100% planning on being past 100K. I have so much content planned. I have so many ideas planned. I am super stoked. First, I wanted to talk about another website. This is not a sponsored spot, called VidMe. It is essentially, it's kind of like a YouTube competitor, but their goal is more to operate in parallel with YouTube, because you can actually use just your YouTube videos on it. But it's a video sharing website where they are heavily committed to putting the partners first. They are all about supporting the content creators, the individual creators, and not make it super corporate in TV. They are a new company. They started as essentially the Imager of videos, being a video sharing site for Redditors, and they've evolved into a more dedicated video sharing platform. I've been uploading to the platform, testing it out. I even got them on the phone, got to listen to their spiel of what their plan is. They have some pretty big plans and some really good ideas, and I'm looking forward to seeing where they go. So all of my videos will also be cross-promoted on there as well, since I no longer have a synchronization website or syndication website, because Vessel, rip. I actually still have my Vessel shirt. I was excited to wear that in a video soon, and there's no point now. I'm also going to be relaunching my Pokemon TCG / Toys channel. It's now going to be my all things like kids and geeky. So toys, comic books, Lego, Pokemon cards. I'm going to do a lot of fun stuff with it. I already have a couple months worth of content planned out, like already uploaded. I just got to do all the metadata and scheduling. I wanted to wait until I had a good chunk of content because it's not something I can spend day-to-day time on, but I wanted to get ahead. So I've got Pokemon openings, a couple little Lego things in the works, and then a Pokemon Gold randomizer game Let's Play going up on there as far as initial content. So if you're interested in any of that stuff for whatever reason, YouTube card icon above, description down below. Check out the channel, would mean a lot to me. We're also going to be keeping up with the vlogs hopefully soon. We did vlog our entire move. That's a big deal for us. The vlog channel is as much a YouTube channel as it is a digital video scrapbook for us, for our lives. And it's always been that, and that's been very important to me. So even though we've already moved, I still plan on editing up and posting the moving vlogs. So if you're interested in that, go check that out as well. As far as this channel goes, since this is a channel update for this channel, not for those channels, I've got so much planned. I've actually spent this month, since I've been unable to record videos between moving, setting up the studio, time constraints, and being sick, I've actually spent this entire month scripting videos. I've scripted about 30 videos so far. So the big plan for 2016 is just more. As far as the new YouTube changes go and things like that, daily content is pretty much super important, as well as content that gets both trending views like in the now and long tail search engine optimization, which is what I mostly do. So I'm going to be pumping out tons more educational content. Reviews are still there. A couple of my recent reviews got really strong responses, as people really liking them. So I'm tweaking my review format to more closely fit that, to make it more enjoyable for you guys, because that's what's important, and just make them perform better while still being easier for me to produce. So I will still be doing lots of product reviews. I actually have literally like a pile of products that I need to review that I'm behind on. And like I said, companies sending me emails left and right, like, where to review at? We sent you this months ago. I've gotten 3 different storage units as far as hard drives go, 2 big old 4-bay NAS units, and then 1 that's a DAS, D-A-S, desktop attached storage unit. Got sent 3 of them, and I haven't reviewed any of them, and some of them I've had for a couple months. Even right here, I've got the Webcaster X1 from EposVox. It is a live streaming box. It is pretty slick, and I need to review that. All sorts of stuff I bought as far back as November of last year. So lots of product reviews, but the big thing I want to focus on is educational content. That is kind of the backbone of this channel, the main focus, and that's what I want to keep pushing forward. So tutorials, I want to do big, more comprehensive guides, individual tech tips. Like I want to hit at least 5 videos a week in the long run. It may take me a bit to get there. I'm still struggling for the 3 videos a week at the moment. But so that's going to be product reviews, normal tutorials, comprehensive guides, which are going to be like multi-part series of different things. I am going to be reviving my YouTube tips, advice, discussion channel review series. I started that over on my network's channel, and they kind of shut that down because they don't want to pay me to do useful stuff. But I've also been working on this mini-series with BBK Dragoon, and it's gotten hugely amazing responses. It did really well in terms of views, and it was a lot of fun to do. Like, these are topics I always want to discuss, but I never have a platform to like do so on quite as free of a level. So I'm going to turn it into a weekly kind of series-y, podcast-y, regular episode thing where I interview creators and we talk about YouTube tips and things like that. I'm going to have super quick tech tips. I already got like 20 of those rendered out that are less than a minute long, of just really quick things you can do. Linux content is coming back. I am doing a lot of Linux. Probably half of the scripts I've written this month are for Linux, be it tutorials, guides, thoughts, top 10 lists, so much Linux content. I'm also going to start out a series called, which everyone has done, but I can't stop watching them myself. So it's going to be called Distro Dispatch, which is just going to take a look at various Linux distributions on the fly, just recording them in VMware. What else do I have? I want to do big multi-part series for video editing, live streaming software, the usual. App spotlights, I'm borrowing an iMac. I mentioned that in my big gear unboxing. I'm borrowing an iMac from a colleague, and I'm using it to learn Final Cut Pro and things like that, and I haven't actually gotten to use it a whole heck of a lot, but I do want to take a look at specific programs that would be pretty cool for people to use in terms of Windows, Mac, and Linux. So that will be an interesting series. As far as big picture goals are concerned, like I said, I do want to hit 100K by the end of next year. Ideally, quicker than that. We'll see how quickly we can get growth going. I want to move to this being full-time. It's not entirely full-time yet. I do work with an MCN as my job. It's more of a distraction, but it's what pays my bills, and so I need to get my bills paid, and they're not even getting paid enough as is, so got to work on that. I want to do more projects. I had a lot of fun with that Krillin PC. I want to do more goofy projects like that. I have a project in the works back here on the workbench, working with a Windows Vista laptop. That ought to be interesting, and cleaning that up and making that work again, as well as just discussing why Windows Vista was so bad in the first place. I want to do more PC builds. I haven't gotten to do a whole lot of that. I want to do more guides, like I said, and essentially I want to reach to the point where anytime I reference a subject, a topic, a discussion, a question in a video, I want a video about that already up that I can point to. So if I'm like, for example, that's how I've been writing so many video scripts this month, is I started writing a script comparing VMware versus VirtualBox for running virtual machines. And then as I was writing it, the question came up, well, why would you want to virtualize machines in the first place? Well, if you're interested in that, come check out this video. And then I had to spring off and write, why virtualize? And so lots of that kind of stuff, kind of like how Tech Quickie does, but I don't want to do the just read off a Wikipedia page and explain things. I want to have more practical use for some of the topics, and I want to do a lot more collaboration, which is always difficult for me, but I do want to make it work. And I just want to use and abuse this new studio. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. I am super stoked. I hope you are as well. Thank you so much for 50,000 subscribers. We'll probably be there by the time I actually post this online. Have a great holiday, or just winter time in general. Stay safe. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome tech tips. If you're new here, welcome aboard. And hopefully this video's in focus, because LOL manual lenses and this monitor still isn't super helpful. This is why you need someone to shoot your videos with you. But hey, I can't even afford to pay myself. How am I supposed to pay someone else? Nor would I want to trust them sitting in my apartment for a long time, given that I record videos pretty sporadically and not at X time during X day. See you later.